Hi, it's Rob with the Real Estate Solutions team with your real estate tip for the today. And now I just want to tell you a little bit about VA loans. And typically with a VA loan, you're going to need a certificate of eligibility for getting that VA loan. And what that really is just essentially the VA does essentially a check of your service to make sure that you've met all the requirements to be eligible for a VA loan. Now, occasionally from time to time, what I've seen is sometimes those certificates of eligibility can get delayed. This happened for me, believe it or not, in the first real estate transaction I ever did. I had a Vietnam veteran I was working with, a great guy, and he was eligible to use his VA loan, obviously, but he needed to get a loan certificate or a certificate of eligibility, excuse me. And so the lender had put in this request with the VA to get this certificate of eligibility, and it was just delay. It was never coming out. And so I talked to the lender. I'm like, hey, what's going on? How come we can't get this certificate of eligibility? He said, well, I put in the request, and I think he'd done it by computer. And he's like, we're just waiting, and there's nothing we can do. And because I had previously worked, I'm a veteran myself. I had worked in state government, doing work at a university. And I've got a little bit of a feel for bureaucracies. And what I know about bureaucracies is that, yeah, you can put something in on a computer, but sometimes you put something in on a computer, it can just get lost in the ether or lost in the mess of a bureaucracy. So I didn't want to take no for an answer. I didn't want to accept what the lender was just saying. I'm like, there's got to be a way to get this document that we need in order to get this guy's loan closed and done, and we can close on the house. So I wound up calling the VA loan center that was local to our area. And in this case, I had to call the VA center in Houston, Texas. And I didn't know who to call. I just figured I'm just going to call and see what I can do. And some people were not helpful at all. I mean, it was like they didn't care. Hey, it's been submitted. Who cares? And so I did a little technique that I learned when I worked for the University of Texas. And that is, you just keep calling that government bureaucracy until you find somebody who cares. Yes, believe it or not, there are people who work in government bureaucracies who care, okay? And they really take pride in their jobs, and you just need to find that person who cares. And in the VA, there are people who really care about our veterans. You want to find that person there who's going to take that extra step, do some real checking, and get the job done. The amazing thing was, I think I called the VA, I think it was 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times. Finally found somebody who really had a pulse and a real care for our veterans. And that person was amazing. One of the best customer service experiences I've ever had. I explained what the problem was. I explained how long of a delay there was. And they really started looking up things. They took us under their wing. And they did a tremendous job. So for those VA employees out there who really care and do a great job, and there's many of them, thank you. Thank you for taking care of our veterans. And we were able, with that phone call that I made, we had that VA loan certificate, I think, within a couple days. And it had been weeks before, and it was just delay, and we were told, you just gotta wait. There's always a way in a bureaucracy to find somebody who will care, who can expedite the process. So that's something to just bear in mind. If you have whether it's a VA loan or a loan through some other government agency or something, there's some kind of a mishap, think about reaching out to that agency and finding a contact with somebody who will actually talk to you, who will actually pick up the phone. In today's day and age, with everybody doing things via email or text or whatever, people actually making phone calls can be pretty rare. And people may actually pick up the phone, and you'll be surprised. And there will be people, you just keep calling. You'll find somebody who will pick up a phone and who can help you out. So that's just a little tip for anybody with a VA loan and a VA loan issue, whether it's getting your certificate of eligibility or some other issue. Find somebody who's helpful, and there's lots of people out there who can help you. But take that extra effort. Don't just take the email auto response as an answer. Or don't just take that, well, we submitted it via online as an answer. I've been amazed at the number of times where if you actually talk to somebody on the phone, you can get results. So that's my tip. And remember, if you're buying or selling anywhere in the US or Canada, feel free to give me a call. I'm a certified residential specialist, and I have a network of other CRS agents around the country and up into Canada. And we can help you get you in touch with a great realtor, regardless of where your location is, that can make your buying or selling experience a really good one. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.